Hey, KJ Hamler, how encouraging was his work tonight and your confidence level him for going
Yeah, I mean, we had to take him out. I mean, he wanted to keep going. He was having such a great time. And I think it's great, for him to be able to catch the ball, take a couple pops, and you want him to want to stay in those situations. For a guy that hasn't played for as long as he had, it's very encouraging. And, we can just build off that.
Run game was really efficient tonight, especially in the first half. What did you like about what you saw from that group?
Yeah, I mean, it starts up front. I mean, that offensive line, they were getting a lot of good movement up front. I mean, they were pushing those guys back, and then Boone started it off by being able to take advantage of some great presses and cutting it back. The wide receivers, it takes all 11 to run the game, and I really felt like those guys all kind of bought in on that, and they look good today.
Hey, Nate, what did you think of your backup quarterback battle this whole summer? And do you think it would be difficult to sneak Rippon onto the practice squad?
I mean, I haven't kind of dived into that world from the standpoint of sneaking guys into practice squad or anything like that. But, I give so much credit to both those guys. They came in here, they learned a brand new system, both of them, and they've bought in. They've understood what we're trying to accomplish. They understand the intent of all the plays that we're trying to do, and you could see that with the efficiency that they've had. I think we only had that one pick today that was down in the red zone. Besides that, they were great with the football in their hands. They were efficient. I haven't seen the stats, but I think we got a solid amount of completions, and I think that's what you're looking for from both of those guys. So it's going to be a hard decision to see where we go with that. And both guys have worked hard, and I think it was great to see Rip come out and earn that opportunity to start. And he did a fine job, too, moving the ball.
Nate, you said last week that Nick Bonito was playing like a rookie at times. Tonight he gets 2 sacks. What did you like about his performance tonight?
Yeah, I'm excited to see the tape on that because he definitely had a couple stat lines that were really good. Loved watching those sacks. He was coming off the rock. He didn't quit. They had to keep going out there a couple times because we couldn't get a couple first downs, which really frustrated me. Wish I could have kept them off the field, but he kept going out there and grinding it. So watching him be able to get those, he had a bunch of tackles, had those 2 sacks, which was great. And now being able to, really look at the film and make sure he was doing everything perfect, which I think he definitely was up to that point.
Coach, I got 2 for you. First, Alberto, was he maybe going to play? Is something going on there? Or did you just decide to hold him out?
No, we wanted to hold him out.
And then McTelvin Agim had a heck of a game. Can you just comment on that?
He was all over the place. I mean, he had the forced fumble that led to the touchdown. He was really getting after it off the line. I mean, he was definitely getting a lot of push. All those guys, I think, did a really good job getting a lot of push. You could see the quarterbacks really started feeling that, especially at the end when we knew they were going to be passing the ball. So I give a lot of credit to Sosa. He came to play today.
Hey, Nate, with Brandon Johnson going down in the first series, what were you hoping to see from him tonight, and then what has he shown you just over the course of camp?
Yeah, he's done a good job. He's learned the system. He's been able to make plays, done some things in practice. He's done some things in games. It was unfortunate that happened. So we'll have to evaluate both, the injury that he had and see where he fits.
Did you have an update on the potential severity of that? Did it seem like?
No, we're still evaluating. I mean, they told me he was out, and so I just got to get a better feel for it now.
Nate, most veterans on this team didn't play much in the preseason. Graham Glasgow was a notable exception. What is the reason that he kind of played as much as he did, and what do you sort of
numbers? Numbers. We got to put 5 guys out there. We had 4 guys that weren't out there most of the time, but all those guys, Calvin, Graham. I thought Graham did a great job. He was a guy that hasn't, came off an injury, so we wanted to make sure that he played a lot of football and got comfortable with that. And I think that he got a lot better. But you can't. You have to suit somebody up.
Coach, what'd you think about the overall team response after what happened in the Buffalo Bills game?
I thought it was good. I thought it really was. I thought you saw some energy. You saw some physicality. The guys came out. I thought they played as one. I thought they played off each other. I thought it was good team complementary football, and that's what you're looking for. But that's no excuse for what happened. We got to do that consistently throughout the season.
Yeah, Coach, just about your punter battle. How do you think that came out? And, Waitman had a lot of holds today.
Yeah, we were trying to make sure that both those guys got holds. We want to evaluate all that. Obviously Sam was coming back from the injury. I thought he had a couple good ones. Should have downed that one inside the 5 there, which was unfortunate. But I'm excited to talk with Coach Stukes about it. I didn't get to see a lot of it live because I was getting ready for the next drive or looking at other stuff. But I'm excited to find out more about where that competition lies.
Nate, 2 or 3 practices coming up this week. What do you want to get accomplished?
I think because we want them to get their minds right, We want to get away a little bit because once we start full bore on Seattle, I mean, it's a 18-week grind just for the regular season, and then you got to be ready for the playoffs. So the guys will get away a little bit, but we want to be sure that they get to run around a little bit, they get to compete, they get a little bit of popping their pads and stuff like that because we don't want to go too long without that. So we'll get 2 solid days in for sure and a couple workouts, but then get them away from here for a little bit so we can get back because we've got an extra day coming in there for Seattle with the Monday night game.
Coach, obviously this week is going to be a very tough week from the business side of things. What was your overall message to a lot of the young players in the locker room who, have been fighting for a roster spot since OTAs?
When we came into this game, I talked with all those guys about is that they're not just out there putting tape out there for us, but it's for the whole NFL. And this is a dream for all those guys that are in there. Doesn't matter if you're a veteran, heck, for even me, for all of us, it's a dream to be able to do this job. And I just wanted to be sure those guys went out there today and gave it their all, took their shots. Made plays, played free, and it was great to see those guys do that and all those guys get after it because I think they're going to all have tape. It might not work out for the Denver Broncos, but it very well could work for another football team.
On the defensive line with Purcell, is that an injury situation, or did you just sort of feel comfortable with where he
Yeah, he's
stands?
old, so we want to be sure we took care of him. He'll be mad because I said that.
I just wanted to ask you, Russell had a headset with a mic. Was he communicating at all?
Oh yeah. He likes talking a lot when he has the headset. He wants to try to get one that he can talk back in his helmet when he goes out there versus Seattle, so we can have a lot of dialogue and conversations. But we told him no on that, and that was supposed to be a joke. Yeah, okay, you laughed at that one. But yeah, no, he had it. He was on there with us, so he got to hear me how I talked with all the coaches and how I called all the plays. So he was right there with us the whole time these past 3 games.
You didn't let him talk to either quarterback, did you? At any point, he was not.
No, he didn't talk to him while they were out there, but he was talking to him on the side the whole time, and he was throwing some ideas out to me nonstop. So it was fun. Thank you very much, Coach. All right, y'all. Appreciate it.